Oh, here we are. All right, guys. I hate to steal a line from AEW, but well, you can't see me again. There we go. It's Thursday night, so you know what that means. Thursday night, pop culture chaos with Big Ben
It's Sour Patch.
and Sour Patch. And tonight we have a great guest with us tonight. His name is William Perry. He is an actor, stuntman, author, great all around guy who loves. I was told a story. He loves catfish and cheese grits now.
I do now. Had
So,
them done
guys,
right.
give a big round of applause wherever you're at to Mr. William Perry.
Hey, everybody.
Little sound effects buttons here now. Mr. Perry, how you been, bud?
I am damn good, frankly. Life is good. Got fun people to talk to. It's been so long since I've seen you guys. I feel like it's been like 1,000 years.
I know, right?
You know, and I try to stay in touch with everybody. I came down to the paranormal con about, I guess, about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I met so many cool people who I'm pretty fairly, communicative with. They reach out to me, I reach out to them. And it's funny because I'm a, fairly friendly person, but I think about how many people I know down there that I know by name. And people say, God, it's almost like you'd recognize him if you saw him again. It's like, I would. I could probably pick 20 people out of a crowd that I met down there, because everybody was just so nice and friendly. And I hate to say it this way, but it's like so Southern, the kind of stereotype that we think of out here, where people are just like, hey, you've been to my house. We're family now.
Right.
And out here,
I tell people about the Comic-Con. I'm like, when we come there, it's like for us, it's like a giant family reunion.
Yeah. And I do these from time to time. I don't do a whole lot of them, but I found I was in Kentucky last year in October, and there was 120,000 guests at this show, and that's just out of control, but still, somehow, I mean, I've probably got another 50, new family members that I talk to regularly. And it's just it's an interesting thing. One of my friends from church had said that she was a little afraid of her son getting into all these conventions and horror stuff because, those people. And I'm like, explain what you mean by those people.
Yeah,
those people. Those people is us people, And she said, well, really? And I had to kind of tell her what the community is like of horror fans. And I said, and I'm telling this to her at church. And I said, I got to be honest, there was a gal I knew just from online, but absolute queen of horror cons, always had crazy cosplay and all this. And she got sick and she posted, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it to this big convention that was happening because I found out I've got cancer. And things are going to be real tight. Well, within 48 hours, somebody had put a GoFundMe up to help her, and she had $45,000. And people, the community just came out of the woodwork. And I said, this church could learn a little from that, taking care of your own, taking care of people just because they share this common weird obsession with horror films and paranormal and that sort of stuff. And I was really, it was one of those times where I was just like, wow, that's a really tight community. I mean, and we all want community, we all want people that are like us that we can let our hair down and be weird with. And, and that's what it's all about to me, going to the conventions. It's less about movies and more about getting my freak on and not have anybody judge me for it. If I'm going to go and have fun.
Hey, from
Empire Ghostbusters.
Your mama's getting on you.
You got to look at. Is she calling me boo?
No, that was Danny's.
I didn't realize how close we were. I'm her boo already.
Mom getting on to me.
Hey, from Empire Ghostbusters. Hey, Miss Terry, how you doing, sweetheart?
Howdy,
Terry. Yeah, I mean that's the way it is. I mean, and we love everybody we meet down there. Like I said, like you said, it's a different kind of family, and we love, and we wouldn't have it any other way. I mean,
Tribe with your tribe, yes.
The Ghostbusters did he, for
so
example?
many weird things that I did when I was down there. You know, people, you know, talking about cryptids and people talking about haunted items and artifacts and things like that. Totally not in my world at all at that point. You know, just and it's funny because my wife says, "How do you deal with that?" I said, "You know what? I am a sponge. If
Right.
I'm going to soak it up, you know." And
Yeah.
so when I was down there, I really just dove in, and it
Yeah.
was really, really fun. And you know, it's just one of those things. A friend of mine said, "Hey, I've been thinking about going down to that con," and I said, "You really ought to go." And he said,
Yeah.
"Oh, did you make a lot of money?" And I said, "No. I mean, that wasn't really the point for me." I mean, it's, you know, part of the job, but it was like, no, I wanted to get down there, soak up the locals, like, you know, grits and gravy, baby. And it was,
yeah,
I was,
and Miss Teresa told us that you loved the fried catfish and cheese grits.
But I'll tell you the thing about that trip, that moment when, you know, she took me out to one of their favorite restaurants, and there was this waitress, older gal, and I was wearing one of my Nightmare on Elm Street or Lost Boys or whatever jackets, and she says, "Oh my God, that's just the most beautiful jacket. Where'd you get it?" And I said, and Stan says, "Oh, he was in that." Well, she runs over and she grabs a styrofoam pie plate. Goes, "Could you sign this, sir?" And I'm like, "Hon, we're going to be here for a while. Let's try to find something a little more, I don't know, interesting or something less interesting to sign." But she was so tickled, you know, and it's one of those things where I don't think of myself as anything special in the movie industry or anywhere else, but to her, it meant a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm conscious of that, you know, she was like, she'd never met anybody who'd been in a movie before. So it was a big deal for her. And so
definitely.
Yeah. So I found something better. I think like at least a receipt or something that you could actually read it on. I said, "You're going to
write it on your tip."
Yeah. But it was funny because I mean, and that I was in when I was in Kentucky a few months ago, I'd never been to a Waffle House before. They just don't have them out in California, at least my part of California. And so this guy was so excited. The promoter was so excited to show me a Waffle House. And it was funny because a fight broke out, as I guess happens at every Waffle House every time anyone goes.
Not for me yet. I mean, I'm usually going to wrestlers. So.
Yeah. And so I'm watching all this like I'm on a National Geographic episode. It's like, and now the silverback, you know, throws his, you know, he's befriended his wife and he does not appreciate this. And I'm just watching this like it was just so out of my normal that I was just cracking up. And he's like, "I'm really sorry about that." I said, "Oh no. That was the perfect end to the weirdest meal ever." I will remember that forever. If it hadn't happened, yeah, I kind of felt like if it hadn't happened, I really didn't receive the full Waffle House experience. You know.
Yeah. Now here's the question then, because I love Waffle House. What do you remember what you had?
I do. It was something. It was like a chili steak burger of some sort, with fries that I think had been in the same grease probably since the early 70s. I don't think they've changed that. I think they just add more, you know, and just, we running low on oil, you know, just
add some of that.
But I have to say that I'm trying to keep my weight down, like, you know, a lot of folks, and that was not the night to do it.
Well, whenever you come back this way, you're not going to keep your weight down.
No, it doesn't happen. No, that's it's funny because it's like I have to like, "Hey, look, I'm gonna eat some cheese fries, but please don't tell my wife. You guys got a promise." She finds out, man, I'm out the door.
Oh, that's about like me. I always joke about when we pass by Texas Roadhouse. I'm like, "I'm gonna get me a couple rolls," but if Melissa or somebody finds out, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I find I get more than a couple of rolls, you know, kind of in the.
See, even Melissa just commented. She's like, "Next time you're here, we should take them to a good Waffle House."
Well, the place we went, like I said, was catfish and greens, and you know, they were looking at me like, "I wonder if he's going to like this." And I'm a kind of a foodie, and I like. It's funny because we have some things on Italian, and so we've got some Italian soul food, you know, in the same way that you know, stuff that. it's not expensive, but you can make it in bulk when you got a big family and a lot of kids, you know. And so there are certain things where people are like, I can't believe you eat that stuff. And it's like, oh man, you know, it's something called pasta fagioli. And it's, my mom was the worst cook in the world, but that's one thing that woman knew how to make. She'd say, well, you guys, you know, I have 4 brothers. She'd say, well, nobody, you know, everybody, you guys survived.
Like, what about
that's not how they pick out chefs, by survival rate.
Right.
I think they try to raise the bar.
Ethan, how you doing, bud?
Hey, howdy, Ethan. I have to look over here to see the screen. I got a camera
it's
over
all
here.
Good.
So I'm looking over every now and just saying hello to people. It's not that I'm distracted.
Well, like I said, we started this podcast a couple weeks ago, and like I said, I mean, we just try and get on here and talk about different things. I mean, like, I love pop culture. I mean, look at me. I mean, well, not right now. Yeah, when I'm appearing. Ghostbusters. I mean, I love pop culture. Growing up with it, I mean, I love it. And and I'm like, well, I know a couple of people. I'm like, ooh, I need to get up with Mr. Perry. I bet you he'd get on here with us. And
I mean,
and we appreciate you coming on here with us.
I'm sort of a participant in pop culture to some extent, but like I think about, you know, and every now and then you'll see goofy stuff on Facebook or Instagram that'll say, if you knew who this was, and it's a picture of Gilligan.
Yeah.
You know? And if you don't know who this was, you had a sucky, you know, childhood. And it's like, well, that's not necessarily true. But you know, I remember, you know, spending my summers, you know, watching, you know, sitting around in my underwear watching Gilligan's Island and you know, the Twilight Zone and stuff. Like, we were just obsessed with TV. And if it wasn't that, it was music. You know, you were listening to, you know, Frampton Comes Alive or Kiss Alive or, you know, any of these. It was
there you go, right there. You got Kiss. That's the thing right there.
Your whole, but you know, if you really define your childhood or your adolescence, it's based on the music you listen to, the movies that you watch, the TV shows. And now when I go to conventions, I remember a guy came up to me and he said, oh man, you know, you're in my favorite movie of all time and my favorite scene of all time. And I'm like, okay, I'll bite. What? And he said, oh, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, when the wheelchair. And I said, now, why does that stick with you? And he goes, well, there was this girl, Susie. And Susie was like the cutest thing in the whole world. And I decided I was going to take her to this movie. And that scene came on. And, well, it was really warm that summer. And she's wearing a tank top and she isn't wearing a bra. And he scooched up next to me, you know, and I had my hand over here, you know, and he says, and I touched it for the first time. I said, okay, so this has very little to do with the movie. Let's be clear, you know, but it really had, but he remembers that time,
just that moment.
Yeah. That theater, that experience is very much a very strong memory for him. And it was just this great day, you know. And another guy told me a story about how his dad took him to his first scary movie, and he didn't tell mom. And he told me, "Don't tell mom. Don't. We're going to go out for dinner. We're going to have a nice steak."
Yes.
Yeah. So he said it was this time when I was about 14, and you know, we go to see this movie, and we never told my mom, you know, because that was our little secret, me and Dad. And he goes, and from that point on, Dad treated me more like a good friend than just a son. And I was like, again, this has little to do with the movie. It's coincidental, you know, but his memory of that moment is very tied to the images that were on screen and the music that was playing and his dad and the smell of the theater and all those things. And so, you know, when you do these conventions and you see people, you even, you know, doing the podcasts and things like that, I feel like an old fogey sometimes, but I do recognize that I'm part in some small way of somebody's really,
I'm just saying,
you know, a really good moment, you know, in their life. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's, you know, something to have some fun with. I'm proud of those moments. You know? Yeah. Didn't know I was helping this guy get to second base, but hey, there I was.
Just another notch on that little wall right
there. How many men did I get? How many young 14-year-olds did I get to third base? I don't think I know.
But I did. Do you want to tell him that you haven't seen that one movie he was in though?
I still haven't seen People Under the Stairs.
And they're talking about a remake right now.
I'm going again. Yeah, I heard about it, but I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, yeah. And it's Jordan Peele, who I do like. I like Jordan Peele's stuff, and I'd love to see what he does with it. He's a good director, but yeah, it's one of those ones. It's funny. I watched it fairly recently, just because we were all watching them, and it's not my favorite.
It sounds like you, Melissa.
It's kind of not funny enough to be a comedy. It's not scary enough to be scary.
Yeah.
It just was not my favorite, but there's such a fandom.
Yeah.
People, and so I probably shouldn't have said that. People are gonna be like, you hate that movie? And I didn't say I hated it.
Yeah.
In fact, I've got a guy coming, the guy's gonna be flying out from Texas, and he's gonna be meeting up with a lot of the different actors and getting posters signed for a private signing.
Mm-hmm.
And he was adamant, gotta get People Under the Stairs. And it's like, really? Oh, okay. But I don't tell people what to like. If they liked it and it meant something to them, hey, I'm glad I was in it. Yeah.
One good thing that happened the year that you're down here at Deep South Parallel Comic Con, after you done left, or I think you're outside somewhere. Well, we're talking to the poster people that were there.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Brett Wagner says even Leatherface likes Perry.
Oh, look at that, Brett Wagner. I'm doing a show.
They happen to give me a poster, so next time you come down this way, I want to get you to sign it. It's one of my hey, Miss Dawn.
Hey there. I remember there's Dawn.
I'd wait until everyone was asleep. I would sit in the dark watching scary movies.
See that? And I did that too. I remember they used to put those old Christopher Lee horror movies on, and it wasn't. This was sort of a little bit before Elvira. A little bit close. There was, some late night guy who would put on those old Hammer horror films and stuff like that, and that's where I got hooked.
Sounds almost like Joe Bob Briggs. I think his name was back.
Yeah. So, and actually, by the way, that was Brett on there. Brett, you owe me, buddy. I got you booked in Florida. We're doing a show in Shreveport.
Get him. Freddie versus Leatherface. Get him.
Get interesting.
You owe me big, man.
But the poster, though, is one of my bands I like. It's the Misfits.
Oh, yeah.
But he's dressed as Freddy Krueger.
I do remember. I
actually got it the night I met you at that weekend. I met you at the con.
There you go.
Yeah. Next time I see him, I'm getting him to sign that for me.
And yes, Dawn, I do remember you, Dawn. I even remember how I remember that you were a Krueger when I was signing your poster. Mm-hmm. I thought it was the funniest thing that a Krueger would ask me to sign a Freddy Krueger poster. Mm-hmm. Just kind of stuck out. And I know you're acting, and I've seen some of your little.
She still talks about that every time we talk to her. Yeah, she's like, she loves that.
And it's Melissa's.
No, it ain't.
See, Melissa claimed the poster. No, that's mine.
No, man, that's how the fight started. And that's when the divorce proceedings really kicked into gear.
So what started it? Well, it was over a poster.
Just say, wait a minute, which poster? You got a People Under the Stairs poster?
No. I would like to have one if I could find one.
Did they move the Paranormal Comic Con? Is that now in Enterprise?
Yeah, we are now going to be in Enterprise.
Okay.
It's a little bit smaller location. It's the Enterprise Civic Center, which is like maybe about 15 minutes past Ozark.
Okay.
That far. But it's a smaller building, but it's like carpeted floor. It's not concrete. It's a lot smaller, but this year we'll have indoor and outdoor vendors.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to stick with Enterprise for a little bit.
Yeah, the only I remember it was kind of one of the funny things that had happened there. Really kind of silly at the time, but there was some local good to see you, Donnie. There was some local churches. there were some local churches that didn't like the paranormal Comic-Con going on. And the funny thing was, and I tell this to people, longest prayer I ever heard in my life was the opening of that Comic-Con. Some guy got up there, man. I've sat through weddings that weren't that long. I've been through funerals weren't as long as that long-winded pastor up there.
I remember who did that prayer.
I'm trying to remember. Wasn't the guy and somebody got married at that one? I think
now Fox Paranormal, they renewed their vows there.
They renewed their vows at that. And so for all the people that were at some local church raising their hackles about there being this con, it's like, dude, I got more church here than you guys probably got at your whole, place downtown. You guys are missing the point.
Leaper. That was the guy who said the prayer, the priest.
Oh, is that what? Okay.
I think I remember him. Yeah, he was that. Yeah, the guy.
I never really got to be on the floor, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're
really.
Right.
He was up for a while. I was like, "Ooh, Jesus is going to be back by the time you finish."
I'm like, I know a lot of people were like, "Okay, amen already, amen. Let's get this going."
Yeah, got people on the floor here.
Wrap it up.
Really. You want to wrap that up?
Spirit, Holy Ghost, and all that. Let's eat.
It's like a prayer when you're hungry. Good wine, good meat, good God, let's eat.
Right. And
he's a demonologist.
I did not know that. Apparently, Reverend Jeff is a demonologist.
Well, there you go. Well, he's scared the devil out of me.
Miss Destiny says he is worth marrying again.
Oh, that's so gross. That's I just got a cavity. That was so sweet. It just burned a hole right through that.
Go get some pliers, pull it out.
Oh yeah, that's God. Oh man, I got to get that sweet out of my mouth. It's like drinking two Cokes with extra syrup.
One of the marks.
Sorry, Destiny.
Mark. Now that guy right here, Mr. Bill, he's with South Shore Ghostbusters. He is another great guy that he runs he's with another group in Illinois. He's a cool guy.
I actually have my honorary Arkansas
Ghostbusters
card that you gave me sitting in my room over there.
That's awesome. I was going to ask you.
It's in the cap box, but that's not the point.
Like your phone.
Because I still got that. It's right here.
1 second.
I wish I could just look at how he can vaporize. Isn't that cool? I can't do that.
You can see it. I don't know if you can see it.
Can't see it.
There, it's the Funko that you signed. It's somewhere there. It's just floating around there. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Somewhat.
Oh, there you go. Hey, you want to see the coolest Funko I've ever seen?
There you go.
Hang on.
You touched it and it just.
There we go. There we go.
Oh no, that's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Now the extra cool part of it, if you look at the top up here, it says Ghostface. Matt Lillard from Scream invited me to this party that they were having at the Funko store down in Hollywood, and it was for a launch of his Ghostface vodka.
Yeah.
And I don't need an excuse to drink, but I had one. And they let us make our own our own Funkos.
That is cool.
So you got to put your own name on it. And normally I do wear. Well, let me just show you. Just hang on here, because now you'll see how close this really is.
Uh-oh.
All right. It's like looking at twins with a little tiny.
Which one were we talking to?
I can't tell.
I can't tell which one we're talking to.
Which one is he? I'm the one that's I'm the slightly larger one.
All right.
And Teresa asked, how's my movie? How's my movie? Yeah, I wrote a book, which I think I just started selling when I did your show, called By His Hand. Mm-hmm. Scary stuff. And I turned it into a screenplay a little bit ago. And there's a woman that was in The Terrifier, a woman named Catherine Corcoran. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen it because those movies are way too gross for me. But apparently she is she's separated left from right in the film. But lovely. Yeah. And she is absolutely the coolest person I've ever met. And she decided to start her own film company. And she said her first film is going to be By His Hand.
That's
awesome. That is really cool.
still blows my mind. And so, yeah, we're in what we call pre-production right now, which means we're doing some casting, trying to get a lot of money together, and just kind of get all the moving parts ready. But we're hoping by this fall we will be in front of cameras, and
well,
can't
let's
believe
ask a
it.
question about that. Where would y'all want to try and like work?
Where to film?
Yeah,
we're thinking about Texas, only because half the people that are part of the production team are down there, and it's just it's 25% cheaper just to go there. And it's funny, a friend of mine is doing a show in Ireland, but you would never know it. It's a TV show with Rob Lowe called something like about floors or levels or something, and they film it in Ireland because it's actually cheaper to fly the entire cast and crew all the way to Ireland, keep them there for 3 weeks while they shoot the show, and then fly them all back. It's still cheaper than filming in Los Angeles. Just ridiculous. So nobody films out here anymore unless they're big studio films. So we figured we'll go down to Texas, where it's just 25% cheaper just to exist. And most of our team is down there anyway. But it's really exciting. When I wrote it, I felt like, well, I've created something. But when you make a movie, it's a whole team of people creating.
Right.
So the story is similar to that's in the book, but it's bigger and it's longer. And the casting, I was like, who are we going to get? And they're talking about people, and I'm like, oh, that is a good choice. But that changes things. And all of a sudden, as a writer, my brain explodes, and I got to think about how that person would be different than the person I wrote. Or at least I had pictured in my mind. But it's really fun. I'm 62 now, and I did not imagine at 62 I would be going back into the film business.
Yeah.
I
mean, you've done a lot. I mean, it's like that people's always said. I mean, it's like a bike. Some people know how to ride a bike.
Shush it.
Ooh, I'm feeling some shade there. All of a sudden it got cold.
But it's like riding bike. It's like once you get in it, it's easy peasy.
Yeah, there's a rush to doing it. If you're an artist of any kind, whether you paint or you sing or you draw or you sculpt, you want that something that you created affects people, that it means something to them. And so when I wrote the book and people would say, oh my gosh, that scene, oh my God, I stopped reading for a day. It just really messed me up. And I'm thinking, well, that's what it was supposed to do. I created a character, that you like, that you cared about. And so when something happened to that character, it actually felt real to you. And that's about as good as it gets, And if it really traumatized you, then my work here is done.
Right.
And I thought, it's kind of when somebody's like, oh, dude, what is wrong with you? It's like, you liked it? And they're like, no, it was horrible. I'm like, you finished it? Yeah. And then I read the sequel. You sick bastard. It's like, who's worse, the fool or the fool who follows the fool? But it really is fun to kind of be back at it. And, I'm learning all sorts of new things I didn't know about film financing and deals and pitch decks and all this kind of stuff. When I did movies back in the day, I just showed up.
Right.
The movie was all the work was done. It's just shooting it. So I'd show up and do my thing and go home.
Right.
But now I'm really doing from the ground up.
Are you going to try and make a cameo in it?
Oh, I'm going to be in it for sure. Yeah. There's a part, in fact, the way it was originally written, it was all about what happened to me.
Oh, okay.
But as an actor with an ego the size of Texas, I've realized that if I want to play me, like when Sylvester Stallone did Rocky, they said, we'll buy the script, Sylvester, thanks. And he's like, nope, you don't buy the script. I'm Rocky or we don't make the movie.
Yeah.
And they looked at him and said, he's not that great, but the script is so good. We got to have it. Okay, fine. We'll let you be Rocky.
Okay.
I'm not Sylvester Stallone. You may have noticed. I don't have that kind of, persona, and I'm not that person. So I decided, instead of making the story about me, I changed who it was about, in a sense, and so there's a role that I want to play in it that's really fun, but it's not the leading role. If I want to get, the kind of money we need to make this movie, I got to have stars that are recognizable. They're not nobody's going to know who I am. So we're getting people who are, you go to these investors and you say, look, I've got this person, this person, this person. And they're like, okay, we can make our money back, because
that's what they're looking at.
People will go see that. Exactly. Yeah. So
I was meaning to ask that, because I know a lot of movies nowadays and TV shows are being done in Georgia.
Yeah, there's more done in Atlanta than in Los Angeles by 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I mean,
North Carolina,
we watch on TV or stuff like made in Georgia. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, that Tyler Perry's studios there are doing more business than anybody. A lot of stuff's being done in North Carolina. A lot of stuff's being done in Toronto. Toronto's been a big deal for a long time. It's just cheaper. Unions aren't as brutal. People just get paid less. Because you can pay them less. You come to Los Angeles, if you're not making $30 an hour, you're living in a cardboard box. Where Texas, they're like 30 a day. No, an hour.
I'd pay their rent for a year.
Yeah. And it's funny, because now I'm not trying, this is not going to be a huge, big budget film, because it doesn't need to be. I mean, I'd love to have millions to do it, but it's a small cast, very few locations, very few special effects. It's just a really intense story. And it's kind of a psychological thriller kind of thing. And so somebody had said, well, you're going to do this for 10 million. I'm like, I could do this for 10,000 if I really wanted to. I just want to get really good people. But it's the fun part of it is it's really an actor's show. When people read it and they're like, something wrong with you, man. What makes you think like that? Well, you're screwed up, man. You need to see a therapist. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. And my wife is a therapist. My wife is a therapist, so I do see a therapist pretty much every day. But it's really fun to do, and I love being part of the process again. And the business is very different from when I was doing it, many years ago. And so you can do it much smaller now. You can get there are people making full-on theatrical movies on phones. Because the technology is just there. And if your story is good enough and you don't need more, don't spend more. And you can make a lot of money when you didn't spend $10 million on the film. It's like, I think there was the first Terrifier had like $60,000 budget for the whole film.
It was a really low budget movie.
Yeah.
And it turned into a cult classic already.
And they're making
they're on Terrifier 4. Yeah. And a film made for less than $50,000 made $100 million.
All I know is that about the Terrifier series, though, is her favorite wrestler in WWE wants to be killed by Art the Clown. Her favorite is Rhea Ripley.
I'll tell you something. Anytime anybody says, "Hey, are you making a film? Hey, could I be in it?" Or if I talk to, we were at this party and I saw a couple of actors that I really want to have cast in the film, and so I'm trying to, get a screenplay in their hand. And the first question they ask is, "Do I die?" How do I die? Is it really gross? Is it really grisly? Everybody wants to be the guy that, whose head explodes, It's like,
Warriors are better.
Yeah, that's really it. And that's funny because in this one, there's some pretty graphic moments, but you don't really see them. It's really stuff that happens just sort of, it's happening and it's happening, but it's more about what's in your imagination than what you see. Not because we can't afford to do the special effects, but just because what goes on in your mind is far gnarlier than what I could possibly show you. There's, I won't give away any parts of the scene, but there's a certain scene where, no spoilers, where somebody told me that scene isn't gross, but it's the most horrifying thing I can imagine. I'm like, we are on the same page. Because when I wrote it, I was in tears. It was horrible. It was just so wrenching to write. And that the fact that communicates to people who read it is pretty cool, because they're like, yeah, I can't even imagine that situation. I'm like, but I made you imagine it. I let you imagine it, and that's what keeps it fun.
But yeah, I mean, because like I said, I mean, we've talked to quite a few people when we were talking about bringing you on here. I'm like, yeah, this guy's a cool cat. He's been in so many movies. I mean, and then I found out recently, even though you've told me before, hopefully I can quote this right, you were the most killed person by Freddy Krueger.
It's true. It's only 3, but nobody else has 3. So there. Yeah. It just turned out that way. It's funny because the advantage I have, other than Nancy, I think I made the most appearances only because I was doubling 3 different people. Yeah. So there's Ira in one, Andres Jones in the other, and Sean Greenblatt. So most people couldn't be in 3 films, and you certainly couldn't be killed 3 times. Yeah. So I got the lucky blessing of being skinny and thin and wimpy, and so I could double 15-year-old boys because of these guns, baby. Yeah. Hang on now. Don't get all excited in there.
Listen here, don't take all the women for the rest of us.
I don't want to, show you an example that no man will ever live up to. That's all I got. I know people whose wrists are bigger than my biceps. It's painful. It's like, wait, that's your arm? Oh my God. I thought that was your
That's your arm? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Oh, you poor thing. Let me get you a sandwich.
Do you need a pack of crackers and some water?
Well, the thing was, that was the way that I got all my work, though, is because all the other stunt guys were big, buff, gymnasts. Yeah. Even though they were short, they were, like little tortilla chips. They're just big, wide shoulders, little tiny waist, and big arms. And nobody's ever confused me with those people. But I have been confused for being a teenager, and actually even a girl. Lori Petty. I did a show called Bates Motel.
Wow.
And they had me dressed up as her. I fooled her own mom. She comes in with, Lori. I go, yeah, Mom. She looked at me and I was like, she's over there. And she's like, oh my God. And I was like, yeah. And the reason they hired me to double a woman, I was the same height and weight as her, but she had cut her hair really short. And other stunt girls didn't want to cut their hair just for a day or two to be on a show, because it's got to go back, and they couldn't cram it all under a wig because her hair was so short. So they just cut my hair and made me did some makeup and all that sort of stuff. I actually have a very funny picture of she and I, and my friends are like, you look a little too comfortable in that. Makeup and stockings,
You're gonna have to send me an image of that picture. Now I'm wanting to see it.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know if I want that around the internet anymore.
Oh, I wouldn't share it with nobody.
Sure. Yeah.
Like
he said on a podcast. Yeah.
It'll be my wallpaper back here. Who's that behind you? Well, that's a buddy of mine.
Yeah.
Twin sister.
Say, oh, didn't I see him in the Epstein files? No, that wasn't me.
Oh, but I know we got quite a few people talking in here, and like I said, I know Melissa's been talking about. She's like, it's like the first Halloween. Like I know what she's talking. There we go. She
they reused some garbage bags of leaves. Yeah, I mean, it's one of my favorite things from Return of the Living Dead 2. I get to this thing, and I know that there's supposed to be a big scene with a big electrical plant. Mm-hmm. And so I go to this studio there, and I see these huge transformers, and I was like, wow, gosh, that looks dangerous. Should we really be around all these? And the guy goes, Bill, come here. And the transformers and the big, they're like big coil things you see going along the wire. They were McDonald's boxes. The styrofoam boxes, spray painted gray. And they're like, you're pretty safe here, I
I
suppose,
think that's pretty safe.
yeah, unless you want to gain if you want to eat a Big Mac, you're probably going to gain a few pounds. But it was just, sometimes the creativity of the way that the set designers can turn, gray, styrofoam containers into what was a very convincing looking electrical transformer from my perspective.
I mean, like that saying is always gone. I'm like, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah, and people get it with the lower budget films, like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies were pretty low budget, even when they were really making some money. The deal was they felt like this was like a proving ground for directors. So like Rennie Harlan, who did a lot of big movies, Chuck Russell, and some of these other guys who'd done a lot of big movies, they started out doing Nightmare on Elm Street movies because let's see what you can do with a really tiny budget and very little time and a pretty simple cast of total, unknown people. And that's how they kind of proved that they were ready to do the next big project. So most of these films were $2 or $3 million, which sounds like a lot of money, but at that time, that was like the lowest of low budgets. You were barely paying your actors, but that's how they did it. And so they would, find a way to make it work. Come on, build something, figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, you talking about, Melissa brought up another point, like we're talking about Halloween all of a sudden. You said you use your imagination with the older movies that wasn't graphic back in the day. Like in the original Halloween, you never saw bloodshed. Yep. You used your imagination. You knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
But you never saw blood.
You never see the shark for the first 45 minutes of Jaws. Now, people are so terrified. I'm never going back in the water again. I'll never go near the ocean.
Yeah.
I won't even get on a cruise ship. It's like you didn't even see the shark. In Alien, you didn't see the alien till 30 minutes in, maybe even later than that. But the look on people's faces when they saw that thing made you think, whatever that is, it ain't good. I mean, look at the face she made.
Yeah, like for example, Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah,
you never saw anything until the last 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, and they weren't that frightening, by that time.
Yeah,
I mean, their arms were a little. Their arms were thicker than mine.
Like freaking you out. It freaked me out when I was a kid.
Now you go back and look at it, it's like I was scared of that.
They come out of there and they've got those big, thick arms. Thicker than mine, but
like, hey, no, that's not him.
He's pretty bad. Yeah, it's funny. And those
nowadays it looks like Jack Skellington because of his long arms
and the big head too.
Yeah,
but you look at those films and you recognize that a really good director really does leave you to fill in the blanks. Whether it's scary or fascinating or whatever it is. It's about you. Wes used to say that if you walk into a scary movie or a comedy and you were just looking at the screen and you couldn't hear what was going on, you would never know whether it was a comedy or a scary movie because there's an enjoyment of like, even when something scares you laugh afterward, and it's the release of emotions and tension in your brain from watching whatever you're watching. And I think, that a lot of that is you're buying into the story, and if it's supposed to be, if the person on screen is scared, you're scared. I think the story was that when they were making Alien, Sigourney Weaver isn't looking at the monster most of the time. She's looking at a tennis ball on the end of a stick. So somebody's like, here's your focal point right over here, and she, keep looking at that, and then make that face, and so her acting is really, really incredible.
She is a great actor too.
Yeah. And should have gotten the Academy Award for Aliens, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But that's
the best one out of all of them. Every one they've made. Second one's always been my favorite.
By far. I mean, the first one's good. Second one's better somehow.
Yeah.
After 3, I was like,
it was that cast. It was something about that cast too.
The cast.
Yeah.
It was something about that, especially like Bill Pullman's character in it. That just
Bill Paxton.
Yeah, Bill Paxton. I'm sorry, crap. Bill Paxton. I always get them.
Game over, dude. Didn't you just notice we just got our asses kicked?
What are you gonna do now, man?
Yeah, absolutely. And that to me, again, I say this. that if you don't care about the characters, you don't care what happens to them.
Yeah.
So even though, Bill Paxton, I think it was Hicks was his character. No,
Yep. No,
was it Hicks?
he was.
Yeah.
Hicks was Michael Biehn.
Yeah. So whatever his name was, but even though he's this squirmy, kind of cowardly kind of person, you still care about him. And when he basically decides he's gonna, go in, if he's gonna go fighting, he means something to you, and you care about what happens to him, and you don't want to see him die, even though
because in that final scene when he did it, I'm like, oh man,
you want some of this? Yeah, you want some too. Yeah. So that to me that's why that film works, because it's everything that Alien was amplified, bigger, badder, scarier, more of them, everything just they go in with weapons, and now they're really equipped to fight this thing. But the problem is there's not just one. Oh my God, there's a whole camp full of the damn things. And these guys are way out of their league, and they're not with all the firepower, they're just totally not matched for this. And so I remember watching that film through my knees practically. Oh my God. Well, please.
Kind of like when you're looking like this.
Yeah. And I remember one of my best buddies was sitting next to me in the theater, and they're on the ship now, and they're talking to Bishop, and they're talking about, oh, that was kind of crazy. And I turned to my buddy and said, this is not over. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, there's no theme music. They're not rolling credits. Something really shitty's about to go down. I can say, and it did, and then and as good as it was, the scene with the robot thing that she's got, the forklift,
the loader.
Thing. Oh, damn, dude, that's out of control. Brilliant writing. Give her the ability to fight on the female, the queen's terms. Oh God.
And now she uses that line in that other movie, Paul, that she was in about the little alien. She was in charge of the government.
Oh, did she really?
Paul, and she said that. No, the old lady said that to her before, after she punched her out.
Get away from her, you bitch.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's funny. When I wrote a sequel to my book, and somebody said, what are you going to do? And I said, I'm gonna try to employ what I call the Alien principle, which is if you want to make the sequel better, it's got to be bigger, louder, amplified. Everything's got much, much more intense, because they've already seen that movie, So if you want to give them another one, you got to do something.
You got to amp it up to get them to come see it.
Yeah, that's a really tough thing to do. I mean, there's how many sequels are better than the original? Pretty
not a whole lot.
Terminator 2, that's it.
Yeah. I really love Terminator 2. Another Michael Bain. Yeah. Terminator 2 is too good.
Yep.
Just too good. The special effects, all that. And again, we're talking James Cameron. Man knows how to make a sequel. He didn't do it very good with this Titanic 2, though.
I wouldn't know. I've only seen it like one time.
This like, Titanic 2. This time.
Had plenty of room for Jack. Had plenty of room for Jack on that thing.
Yeah, that's it. There's so many great parodies of that. I love that. That the people have latched onto that. Because again, if you didn't care about the characters, you wouldn't care. But to watch it now and just have people just get pissed off. Just angry. That's not fair. She could have let him on there. Yep. I mean, she didn't have to, even if he just laid next to her and died frozen, at least he wouldn't have lost his body or whatever. But it's funny because they care about the characters enough that they're actually irritated that something, that it wasn't fair, that it didn't work out properly.
I've seen so many different discussion groups people in different pop culture groups ain't talking about it. I mean, people getting heated over that.
Yeah. Just this week, they came out with Scream 7, right? Scream 7 just came out, and a buddy of mine played Stu Macher's double in Scream 1. And there was this whole thing. He said, look, I was there. I'm the one, doing the scene. Wes never said Stu died. Wes said Stu is electrocuted. And so there was this very long and very mean and very angry kind of discussion online, and people saying, "You don't know anything," and he's like, "I'm the only one who does know everything. I
Right.
was there." I was talking. I'm the only other person in the room. You can't argue with me. And
I was there. I got the proof. I saw it. I know it.
yeah,
I know.
yeah, you were.
No one else was in the room when it happened.
Another buddy of mine was Ghostface in the first one, and people were arguing with him about the which mask was worn in which scene.
Yeah.
And he's like, that was me, right? And they're like, you don't know anything what you're talking about. He's like, that's me though. You don't, you weren't there. It's like you're arguing. People feel like their fandoms are so strong and their knowledge of these things is so strong, and it's like that. Even the person that was there that did it is not a reliable witness. It's like, sorry to disturb you, son, but no, that this is what happened, and that's bullcrap.
And like Dawn, you just what?
She just Dawn just mentioned people with Stranger Things. Argument.
They're just as crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I got to say, I sort of enjoy it in that at least, there's so much crazy shit going on in the world these days. To have somebody just be able to be so distracted by something as, unimportant really as what happened in this episode or that episode or how did it end. It's like, hey man, we all need some distraction. I'll take it. I'll take that argument. It affects nothing to anyone. Nobody's going to die, if I'm wrong or if I'm right.
Right. Everybody has their own opinions.
Or they're really hardcore Supernatural fans.
Yeah. My daughter was one of those. Oh my gosh.
I am, but I'm not.
I
love Supernatural, but I'm not a hardcore fan.
Okay. Hey.
You're just watching it. Do you even have the sound up? Or are you just looking at those two cute guys? And
that's it.
Isn't he dreamy?
No, what's bad is we're watching The Boys, and one of the boys was on there. And she saw his.
I got to see my favorite one.
She got to see the butt.
So now we're really getting down.
Messaging Melissa from another room.
So let's again. Now we're getting back to: did you enjoy the show or did you enjoy the butt? Let's be clear.
Both.
Let's get down to what was really the key element of this show that really brought you in. It was chiseled butt cheeks.
The full Charlie.
Yeah. But they're slow. They've got me into it. I mean, I'm not hardcore into watching that show, but it's good. I like it. It's an enjoyable show.
Yeah,
different than we're used to.
It doesn't all have to be. My wife watches she likes The Pit, and she likes.
I haven't gave that a try yet.
I can't watch them. They're so sad. They're just heartbreaking. I got enough heartbreak in my world. I don't need to go watch TV to get more.
I want to watch. Calm down.
I want something funny and stupid. Bring back The Office. I watch a lot of reruns, unfortunately.
Well, if I need a good laugh, I will watch Tacoma FD.
That's a good show.
I love that one because I love the guys from Broken Lizard, Super Troopers.
Oh, okay.
I love that. I love everything they do. They're hilarious.
Warrior Letter
and that's for me. That's a night of entertainment when I just want to turn my brain off and have a giggle. And just not think about everything else that's going on in the world, and just And my wife, she likes these dramas. They're really, really intense, and it's like, I'm gonna go have a glass of whiskey and sit over there.
Enjoy your show.
Have your time. Binge away. I'm gonna binge on some 10-year-old scotch. You have a good day.
You binge on that, I'll binge on that.
We all have our little escapes.
Exactly. I keep disappearing. Let's see.
So when is the next?
Only watched up to season 4 of Supernatural. We're at season 9.
Yeah. No, season 10.
I didn't even know. Is it not still being made though? Is it?
No, it's over with.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I know
it officially ended,
but they're doing like a reunion type thing on The Boys on Prime.
Okay.
So they'll all be on there. So.
That's another.
I love that show.
See, that's another great show where it's, I like now that you can watch certain shows and it doesn't have to appeal to everybody. You can have something where this appeals to this audience. This appeals to that audience. You don't, back in our day, Ben, back when the earth had first cooled and television first started, you had 4 channels really, of any real quality. And, you had to make something that everybody liked. And so it was always, but now you can
like it, or sit down and watch it, or go to your room.
Yeah, exactly. Do your homework. If you don't like this, go out of here. But now you can. Like, The Boys is a very intense.
Turn the knob.
Yeah,
that was the remote control.
Yeah. You get up and get it. Your turn. But you think about it now. You like a show like The Boys. It's not in my wife's wheelhouse at all. No interest at all for her. But I can watch that one, and she can watch, Downton Abbey, and I'm enjoy.
Oh,
go into the den. I'm going to go watch my show. I'm going to watch somebody explode. You watch people dance, whatever it is. I love that you can have so many.
Dance. I'm going to go here and see this guy just get dismembered.
Yeah, exactly.
Or get blown up by a bomb in his butt.
See, we all have our little things that make us happy. It doesn't have to work for everybody.
Right.
Don says she's into Falling Skies. Am I reading that right?
Yeah, it's. I think if I remember correctly, it's got to do with alien invasion.
Oh,
and I tried watching it one time, but I was like, I think I fell asleep.
There's a show called Pluribus that my wife got me mostly hooked on, and I haven't. Yeah. I'll have to catch up. But very just clever. If I can see it coming, if it's too predictable, not going to work for me. And this show, the writing's really, really strong. It's a really good premise, fun. It's kind of an alien invasion thing, but sort of more thinky than
There's no it advertised.
It's good. It's it's clever, and that's a big deal to me. I don't want to see it coming. I want the writing to be good. I want the dialogue to be real. I don't want people to say things anytime I watch a movie and somebody's saying something, and if I can predict what they're saying before they say it, it's like, oh God.
Yeah.
When I was writing my own film, I was really, really conscious of the fact of what they call the exposition, where it's like somebody walks in the room like, well, Dr. Smith, you're looking good. How was your time over at the hospital where you saw? And it's like, look, I know you guys are just trying to get a lot of story out right now through one speech, but do we have to do it all in this one scene? Where you just kind of like, it's like, okay, just get through it.
Let me know when you're done.
Yeah. Tell me, when you finished all that. And so it is difficult. You got to tell everybody who everybody is, but how you do it, trying to do it gently but firmly, and not bore people to death. It's like, hello, Captain Exposition, what's your story?
Well, let's see. It began back in the day when I was born.
Yes. Like you are a verbal flashback. Ugh.
Well, what do you want me? How far do you want me to start? Well, just tell me what's been troubling you. Okay. Well, the day I was born, I had a heart. I'm like, not that far.
Yeah.
But
so when you guys do the convention again?
It's August 8th and 9th. Oh. It's in like I said, this year it's going to be an Enterprise, and I'm thinking we're going to stay there because it's a really nice building. Smaller, but Miss Teresa said something about it earlier. Yep, I think she's about to put it up there.
Oh, see that, Teresa?
Bam,
did you see how clever my segue plug was right there?
Yeah, I appreciate that. All we got to do now is plug.
Nobody saw it coming. But how do folks get tickets, I wonder? And while we're talking about that, there is a subscribe button on the screen.
Actually, no, we got one more thing we got to do.
Oh yeah, we still got
we gotta think. You gotta think of a question.
That's gonna be on you because you're the more pop culture-y.
I forgot we got to get rid of some tickets tonight.
Well, see there, what a beautiful segue that was.
Exactly. I'm glad I thought of it.
How do folks get tickets? Well, there is a back door that you can sneak through if you know
right.
But if you want to pay for them like good folk, well,
right.
There's a link right there.
Update it to where you.
Yeah. Okay. So you can go to the website right there, deepsouthparacomicon.com. That will lead you to anywhere. It will tell you the list location, our guests, what we got going on so far. We still got more coming. We got more building up.
6 months left. I mean, you guys, well, is it 6 now? Five months?
Stan will be at that back door.
Right.
Is that crazy how fast the year goes?
Yeah, we got Robert Mukes coming.
Yeah,
he's Robert here this year.
He's a big man.
Yes,
have you ever
been next to that guy? To meet him.
Yeah, he is. I met him at a show. I didn't realize the guy was like 9 feet tall. I'm standing next to him, and I'm like,
"How's the weather up there?"
That's how you can be the Jack Link's, Sasquatch if you got a
right. All right, go ahead,
Keith
Pat.
Age, the rock and roll ghost hunter. So is he?
He was there last year.
He was there last year. He's a really cool guy. Stan will be at
the back door.
So there goes your idea.
You got to work fast.
But yeah, like I said, you can go to deepsouthparacomicon.com. I do know the tickets are actually cheaper.
What?
They are actually cheaper than they have been. If I remember correctly, don't quote me.
Well, I'm just going to go and buy my tickets now then.
Exactly.
Except that I'll be in Louisiana.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure with us being there and everything, we will be live streaming and doing videos that weekend. So you can check us out that way.
That's not nearly as fun as buying your ticket at www.deepsouthparacomicon.com.
You can't get autographs and pictures with celebrities at all.
It's funny. I have had people during COVID. People were saying, "Hey, we're doing a con." I'm like, "I thought you couldn't get people together." And like, "No, we're doing it on Zoom." I'm like, "How unsatisfying would that be?"
Yeah,
that seems very unsatisfying.
That far away.
It's like I'm going to sign it and then I'm going to mail it to you.
There we go, right there.
Oh,
Saturday
look at that!
Explorer pass is only $8 to get in Saturday.
Look at that! What a bargain! And it's family fun for everyone.
It is.
There's going to be something for everyone.
We're actually going to have, let's see, we're going to have board games out there. We're going to have, of course, Miss Leatriana Brown and Mr. Matt will be back.
Is Debbie, oh gosh, I can't remember her last name. She was the cryptid lady, Debbie.
That is Miss Debbie.
Yes. She's going to be there? She's awesome. She and I have stayed friends here and there too. Bill Perry gets in free. Well,
only if he shows up.
She's only doing that because she thinks I'm under 7, because children get in free. I'm just small enough that I just sneak through. As long as I don't show the bald head, or actually maybe I look more like a newborn this way. More like just like when I was a little baby, just as hairy too.
But yeah, we got Richard and Miss Colleen Johnson from EVP coming back. They'll be back this year again.
There was another guy. Oh gosh, I can picture him, but I can't think of his name just a moment. There's another ghost hunter guy. Pretty. Oh gosh, what? Robert? Oh damn! Now he's going to go. Thanks, Bill. Thanks for the plug that you totally screwed up. Richard Johnson.
The Fox family coming back this year too.
Okay, was it Richard Johnson? Was he?
Yes, Richard Johnson, Colleen, EVP.
They'll be back this year.
Richard, I did remember your name. There you go. See,
I came up with that first word.
Ethereal Voices Paranormal.
So you got the Fox to come back. And of course, I just said Miss Leatriana Brown and her husband Matt. Then we got Miss Gwen coming back this year. Miss Gwen John. Yeah. She's a producer of All Access Network Television, and she is also an investigator. We got Mr. Matt Brown, who is a military veteran, paranormal.
Of course.
Oh, of course, I'll be there. Ghostbusters are going to be there.
Well, of course.
For sure.
You can't do it without them. What would be the point?
Exactly.
That's like fries without ketchup.
We
just
got
can't do it.
Yep, exactly. Well,
It'd
let's
be
see.
so
We got
plain.
Oh, she's gonna be back this year.
I cannot pronounce her name.
Yeah, so she needs to buy a consonant. I'm gonna see if there's a let's try an M. Can we put an M in there somewhere?
But we got, like I said, we do have a lot of people coming to the show, and this is just a handful. And like I said, we need your name on that list again, sir.
Yeah, this year would be too tough, but
yeah,
absolutely. I had such a good time. In fact, I told Stan this, and I'm going to say it on the air so it's legal. When we get this movie made, I had promised Stan when the movie gets made, I'm going to bring the whole cast.
That's awesome.
And we'll bring them all down there, and we will absolutely blow the doors off the place.
Well, you do that. We'll definitely have to treat y'all to a Southern dinner.
Well, no, don't threaten me with that. I'm trying to be nice here. I'm trying to be nice, and you're going to try to clog my arteries and kill me off. Now, I had such a good time there, and I remember that it was one of my kind of earlier shows. I hadn't done a lot of shows yet, and coming down there and just being treated so nice was really good time. And everybody at the show had a good time. I have people made me stuff. Some people with 3D printers were bringing stuff by my table just to be friendly.
Yeah, it's that first couple of years ago, I still got stuff on the wall that people, just different vendors, were like bringing stuff to me with logos, and I'm like, how much are you? Oh, nothing. We just love what you do. I'm like,
yeah, somebody brought me a 3D printed Predator plaque. They gave me a little hand sewn Freddy Krueger.
I remember you showing us that stuff.
And I was like, no, don't go away. And they're like, no, you just keep. Oh, come on. How cool is that? I mean, just, it really is that family atmosphere that really makes you feel like you're part of the community. Very, very cool.
Well, they answered my question. Yeah, Miss Dawn was hoping you were going to be here this year. I'm like, no, we're trying.
Unfortunately.
Well, and the trick of it is we really do plan on being filming at that time of the year.
Yeah.
So I'm doing one show in Shreveport, which we booked last year. So it's been, I can't tell them no anymore. But it was really
Shreveport.
Melissa's going out. She's going to take the pups outside.
Our two dogs, Lila, our pit bull, and we have a new puppy, Thor. He is half husky, half German Shepherd. So
that would have been a loud breeding right there. That would be a very dangerous thing to interrupt.
The puppy was given to me from a niece, and Lila, we've had her she's 16 years old now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We used to say I had a pit bull Saint Bernard. It would tear your arm off, but then it would go run for help.
Saint Bernards are like that.
But I don't know if you met him. You may have Jayton Patel, the redneck Raja.
I have to believe I would have remembered that.
Yeah, he's like
he started last year. He didn't come to the year before.
Yeah. But he's with Wiregrass wildlife removal, and he actually has Wiregrass wildlife removal. That's what he does. He goes around and
he helps people take wildlife and
educates them.
Okay.
He's a very cool and funny dude.
And he relocates.
Well, that's the thing about your show. It's the variety. Sometimes you go, like I went to this thing in Kentucky, and there's 115 movie guests, just movie guests.
Yeah,
115 of us. It was massive. It was a huge floor of just, and you kind of get lost in the shuffle, and it's all fun and stuff. But the thing I liked about your guys' show was that there was this variety of people, the cryptid people, the haunted artifact people.
There's a little bit of everything.
Yeah. The Ghostbuster types. And like I said, you're talking about wildlife rehabilitation and all that stuff. It was just, there's no place you can look where there isn't something fun and weird going on. And that was really, I think, the best thing about the show is that it was every direction there was something fun to do.
Yeah.
And so, sometimes people go to shows and all they really want to do is get signatures, and that's cool. I mean, it's particularly cool for me.
Honestly,
but that's not a fun show to go to.
If I met somebody of wrestling or a superstar, I wouldn't worry about autograph. I like, hey, tell me about this. Tell me about this. I'm more into like, I keep disappearing. I would rather want to hear stories in a locker room or something.
Yeah. And it's funny because
that's my picture taken with them. I usually do, but I'd rather just sit there and listen to stories.
And it's funny. I mean, my wife will tell you, I'm a storyteller. I love to, if I had an experience, I remember it pretty well and usually tell it, reasonably well. And that's what people are come to the shows for. They're not really there for the signature. Yeah, you're going to sign it for them. You take a picture with them and that's all cool. But what they want is that 5 minutes of tell me something I couldn't possibly know about my favorite movie. Yeah. And, I was telling somebody the other day, a guy came up to me and was telling me about how much this movie meant to him. And I said, so why does the movie mean so much? He said, I had cancer when I saw this movie. And I watched that final girl, survive this. And it just really made me feel like I could do it. I could survive. And just, the story he told was so much better than the story I was going to tell him, and so that sharing back and forth of stories and what, this movie, when they saw it and what happened with it, what it meant to him. And then I try to give them a little piece of, movie trivia, something they can watch with their friends and say, hey, the guy that did that told me about this one thing. You're going to see the wires right down there at his feet, and they watch it and they get to enjoy it all over again. And it has very little to do with, the poster, whatever it is we're signing. It's really about trying to get 5 minutes with somebody who did something that you just cherish, and it's a total honor to be one of those people. I tell you.
I mean, that's
I know people who don't like to do shows.
At the con. It's just the meeting the different people like yourself. I enjoy
like Richard, like Don,
whatever bit of it, and that's what we try to do at the con with Mr. Stammis, Teresa, and all the entire crew. We want to give the people who's coming to the event to have a great time, something to tell the people. Like, hey, I came here. I met this dude. I met Freddy Krueger. I met blah, blah, blah. That's what we try and do. Yeah.
Because that's really, when you get that chance to do that. I mean, I'm a fanboy too. I've done some stuff where I look over and it's like, oh my God, that's I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
The guy he was Frankenfurter in Rocky Horror.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. So I look across. I look over and I'm like, that's Tim Curry, and I'm doing a scene with Tim Curry. This is.
I would love to meet him. Even
dream come true. And I walk over and I'm a blithering idiot. I can't think of anything intelligent to say. I'm just mumbling like a dummy, just completely fangirled out because I watched that movie a million times. Every Saturday night from the time I was 14 to the time I was 18, we'd go to the Rialto Theater in Pasadena and we would watch Rocky Horror at midnight and throw toast and hot dogs and rice.
I've seen it. I've seen it in the movie, but I haven't experienced one of those yet.
Oh, you have not lived.
Oh.
Okay. What? Okay.
Oh, are we being too loud? Are the neighbors complaining?
No, Thor can hear me. He's going nuts.
Thor's his baby.
But yeah, that's we get all I get all fangirly at these things too. Robert Englund was in Kentucky. He had people lining up at 8 p.m. the day before he was to begin signing at 4 p.m. Wow. So it's raining out. And people are outside in the rain waiting from 8 p.m. the night before till 4 p.m. the next day, and then spend $360 to get a picture and a signature with them. And I don't know anybody I'd wait that long for. Maybe, I don't know, if they can bring one of the Beatles back, that'd be pretty good. But it would be, but you recognize how much these people mean to the people that are coming to these shows when somebody will wait that long to meet somebody. And, there's a handful of people in my life I'd wait for that,
right.
Like that. So we're all just,
I'm still like that in the wrestling world. I mean, there's still people in WWE I would love to meet that I will never get the chance, I'm sure, but
because of how expensive it is.
Yeah. I mean, because my favorite one in WWE is The Undertaker.
I met, remember Sergeant Slaughter?
Real quick. We're going to try and give away some tickets to the first
Give
person
away
to
some dang
comment.
tickets.
We're going to try and give out one ticket. One ticket for the Saturday. I keep disappearing.
Don't give it to Teresa. I just don't think she'll use it.
She's kind of sketchy. You notice that?
She is. Yeah, she's a little untrustworthy. I don't know.
But
although you know what she's going to do? She's going to dress up in cosplay so that nobody knows it's her.
Probably.
What do you think?
We're going to ask whoever's watching. All right, we've got Mr. William Perry here. He's been in so many movies, actor, author, stuntman. Here's the question.
Trivia.
Well, we're going to do a word of the day
type of thing.
So next week, whoever tunes in and can tell us what the word of the day for this week was.
Very Pee-wee Herman.
For this week.
Hey, look,
and every time you hear that word during the week, you have to scream it when you hear it, just like Pee-wee.
Right. So out of all the movies, we talked about this earlier. One character killed you the most. One killed you more than once.
More than
twice.
More than twice. If the first person who popped up that name who says that.
And if you can't figure that one out, oh my God, you weren't paying attention. Or you came in really late. Be on time next time. Do your homework.
Exactly. But this will get one free ticket for the Saturday day.
Saturday only, one free ticket.
And we're going to be doing we're going to be doing this every week on our podcast here.
Very nice.
That is an awesome bit of trivia.
But Mr. Perry, I know it's over our hour limit, but is there anything else you'd like to say to all the people that's watching?
You know, smash that subscribe button, damn you. You know, that's how these people know that, you know, that you're watching, that you're enjoying it. They got to prepare. This ain't free, people. I mean, it's free to you. It ain't free for them. they got to put some time and effort. I mean, you know, and I love this show because it isn't so narrow. You know, sometimes I'll do shows and it's very, you know, they just want to talk about one thing. And it's like, yeah, I can only talk so much about one thing for so long before I'm bored. So,
I think actually next week, we're actually having a special show that we've had a few people requesting from me and Danielle. It's going to be about our boys. We're having our show next week will be about the Ghostbusters.
Oh, there you go. Okay, when you said our boys, I'm like, you guys have.
I disappeared. I was trying to point to my hat.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I was going to say, you two should not be having children together. I don't think. I mean, even in Alabama, you guys can't go that way. I mean, come on.
No. But like I said, I mean, is there anything you'd like to say about your books or?
Yeah, I mean, if you like social media, if you want a good scary story and it's only an hour, go on to Spotify or Amazon or whatever and download it's one book, $1. I make 18 cents out of that. It's not for the money. Ooh, I think it will scare the living crap out of you. And I'd just like to know that you peed yourself a little when you read it. It's called By His Hand. And I actually read it. And I read it too. So it's actually my voice. And it was very difficult to do because it's very emotional for me to read this thing. It's very dark. But if you like a good, scary story that'll make you pee just a little bit.
Just a little. Not much.
Like to know,
just a little.
I just want to know that somewhere Depends is making some money, you know.
More than 18 cents?
Yeah, more than 80. Yeah, they're probably making more than yeah, but it's called By His Hand, and then there's a sequel to it. If you like the first one, then you'll like the second one. The second one's called Out of His Mind. And like I say, they're $1. Come on, throw out a buck.
Melissa just said she's about to get it. Ooh, she said she's going to get it.
When you do,
I'm definitely going to listen to that too.
And then review it. I mean, that would actually be a really big deal because the more reviews I get, and I don't have a lot of bad reviews. I had one person gave me 2 stars. One person gave me 3 and said, "Oh my gosh, one of my favorite new authors." 3 stars. I'm like,
but 3 stars
out of 5. I'm your favorite new author. You must hate all your favorite.
Right? What do you give your favorites? Half?
Yeah. What do you? How much better did I have to do? And the person who gave me 2 stars didn't even say why. But I do like when people go on and just give reviews because, again, it's not about money. I mean, if I make $1, I'd have to have 5 of you buy it just so I could get $1. But what I really like is to know that people read it and what they thought, even if they didn't like it. What didn't you like? But if you don't like horror books, don't do it because you're going to hate it. Because people tell me, "Oh, I hate horror books. I hate horror books, and I hated your book." I'm like, well, of course you did. You knew you were going to hate it the minute it started. Why would you bother? I hate your books. Why? You knew that going in.
Danny is now on your website right now.
Look at that. Yeah. And yeah, like I said, if you hate it, it's only an hour. I didn't take, a significant portion of your life away from you.
Right. By His Hand by William R. Perry.
Yeah. And it's one of the things that's really kind of cool. My mom was a really prolific reader. She would read 3-4 books in a day. Like she'd have one that she read in the morning. She had one that she read in the evening. She had another one she'd read at work. So she was just a prolific reader. And I just love the idea that somewhere my mom's looking down saying, my boy wrote a book, or 2 now. And if the screenplay ends up getting to be where we hope it's going to get to be, then you'll actually be able to see that.
Crossed.
Very much.
Knock on wood. A little bit. Look at you.
Look what happened to me. There, we'll go all gangsta.
But
well, anyway, you ladies and gents and everybody in the audience out there, you guys, thank you for tuning in.
We like I said, we appreciate you coming on here and gracing us with your presence.
Oh, you guys are too much fun.
Really do.
But, and I'll tell you, when we do get into production, I'm going to bring my people on here and say, hey, you're going to do this show.
Hopefully we'll be still here.
Is there something I should know? Is there some sort of impending doom coming down? Another one of those ice storms
going to happen when the Ghostbusters got to go.
True. If you cross the streams, imagine
don't cross the streams.
Every molecule exploding at all at the same time.
Exactly. You never know.
We can't wait either, Miss Teresa.
What is she saying?
She said we can't wait.
I'll see you again.
It'll happen. I promise you. Like I'll bring the whole damn crew with me.
Yep. There she commented right there.
I think it's interesting that she still puts her maiden name in there. I think she's just any day now she may go, you know what? I'm just going to take Fikes off the air.
He's out in the shed taking care of the
baby. I think he's done enough. She's put up with enough. She's going to just be so fed up. That way she leaves it in there. She doesn't have to change her name. She just shorten it a little bit.
That's what the eraser's for.
Well, you guys have a wonderful evening. I know it's great where you are.
Here, bud.
Well, my pleasure to be here. I'm going to go get myself some dinner. You guys go get your midnight snack.
No, it's only 8, not even 8:30 here.
Oh, that's bedtime in my part of town. I'm 62. Dinner was at 4. Down at Denny's, that they don't keep that senior discount open all night,
Well, yeah, they do. Sometimes they do.
Sometimes.
We'll have to find out when you come back down and visit us.
All right, and we'll go and we'll bust up a Waffle House.
Right, we'll do it. We'll take over.
All right, you guys. Thanks again for having me on.
You have a great night and good luck with your future endeavors. You got everything going on. And I hope to hear from you soon about everything you got going on.
I do too.
But you be safe. You have a great weekend. And thanks again, brother.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap this up for the night. We want to thank Mr. William Perry. Great guy. Great guys. Y'all see.
Really down to earth.
We appreciate everybody watching tonight. And didn't mean to go this long, but it was a great show. Couldn't help it. I love to talk. We love to talk. We love movies.
We love to have fun.
Exactly. But guys, check us out next Thursday, 7 p.m. right here for a special Ghostbusters episode. You ain't gonna want to miss this. And we will be giving away another ticket to Deep South Paracomic Con August 8th and 9th in Enterprise. I think that's about it. What you think, Patch?
I think
we had another good show.
I really think we did.
And next week we got the boys. It's gonna be a great show.
The boys in khaki.
The boys in gray.
Boys
in gray. Depends on what uniform they're wearing. But y'all have a great night. We love all y'all. Thank y'all for all participating, asking questions. Thanks, Miss Teresa. We appreciate it. We trying. But anyway, y'all have a great night. We hope to see y'all here next week for the special Ghostbusters episode. I will, when we get some definite people, we find out who's going to be here next week, we'll definitely let y'all know. But I do know we have another member from hopefully the South Shore Ghostbusters. I'll let y'all know about that. But Pat, you got anything else to say, Soy?
Not that I can think of.
Well, all right. Like I said,
back to the trivia.
Well, like I said, don't forget about the word of the day. Who killed Mr. William Perry the most? And Melissa just said she got the book. That answer will be given next week, and hopefully we'll get a winner soon. South Shore. See, Miss Terry, I got y'all. Hopefully I'll have y'all representing next week, sweetheart. But y'all have a great night. We love all y'all. Thanks y'all for watching, and be here next Thursday for the Boys in Gray.
Be
Bye,
here,
guys.
be square.